So for the first time in 3 decades, the FDA is now redefining what makes food healthy with new labeling to go along with it. So now foods like white bread won't fit into that category anymore, while fatty fish does. NewsNation's Elizabeth Pran joins us now to explain. Elizabeth, okay, get us up to speed here. What criteria is changing, and how do we know as a family what's best for us when we're shopping?
Well, our grocery store trips are going to look a little bit different, Markie. So it's been 3 decades since the early 90s. The FDA is really redefining what deserves that healthy sticker on products. So perhaps those cereals are not going to be on the list anymore. They're not going to be off the shelves. They're just not going to have a healthy emblem outside the box. So what are these new requirements? They're just essentially more strict. So the items have to have a whole food, like an egg, a meat product, a low-fat protein, fruit, vegetable, and then they have to reduce the number of added sodium, added sugar, saturated fats. These are all really just redefining what we're seeing on that nutritional information on the back of a package. I spoke with Dr. Erica Schwartz. She's been having patients come to her office for the past 3 decades, working on prevention, working on portion control. She says this is a long time coming.
You know, medical school has no education on nutrition to this day, which is obscene. It's crazy. There's so many ways, start helping each other, making our lives better, eliminating the labels and improving the quality of our lives.
She went on to say, look, it's taken 30 years to see this small incremental change. It could take 20 or 30 more to see more changes. But doctors like her, internists like her say, listen, we welcome any change. Markie?
And it's also crazy to think that salmon didn't make that list before these changes were enacted. Elizabeth, it's, to your point, it's been more than 3 decades since we've seen change. So what exactly prompted this?
Yeah, I think that the Biden administration was just feeling the pressure. I mean, this has been since 1994. You mentioned salmon. Look at avocados. Look at nuts. Look at olive oil. All of these weren't really high on the priority list because they had too much fat. So we're seeing the redefinition. We're seeing the redefinition of some of those loopholes. So if you look at items like a sugary cereal, they added vitamins and minerals to make that cut, to make the healthy list. That is no longer the case. So cereal, as I mentioned, juice boxes, some of those yogurts, as you know, that are toppled with M&Ms or breads, they're simply not going to make the cut. Now, I mentioned over the next few months, people are always looking for timelines. Something like this is not going to change very quickly. The changes will start over the next couple months, but these big food companies have up until 2028 to get their products adjusted. Markie?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.